I painted live at Pop Con this past weekend in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'm gonna unload my van and tell you all about it. Paintings I made, the people I met, and a little bit of the thoughts that are going through my head that maybe this is the end of doing things like this. I'm Lauren. I go by AP Spray Arts and I do spray paint art, and so I wanted to do PopCon, so I paid for my booth and I went there. First night, of course, setup. Those are always stressful. Did I bring too much? Did I not bring enough? I got my paints, I got my canvas, got my stands. What else do I need? And then, of course, we go around and we tell people this is what I'm doing. Just so they're not freaking out the next day. But somebody freaked out the first day. I had a complaint. Understandably, they're pregnant. They didn't know about the non-toxicity of the paints, but in the end, they were still very nice, and they actually asked to be moved somewhere else. So I can't really complain about that. I did get mad, though, and it put me in a funk, so that was my own fault. Now, of course, I talked to them, and it was completely okay. They were really nice people. So there was nothing really to worry about. Then came at day 2. Got up, went there, got ready. On the night before, we were a little frustrated and everything, so we decided to not really finish setting up. So of course we had to set up in the morning. You know how that goes. So it was my wife and a friend of ours helping out. And we decided to set up, got everything priced, a little bit late, but that's okay. And then I had to try and think, what was I going to paint? So right away I was asked to do a Mario custom. This one right here. Not too bad. Not the greatest, but the kid really liked it, and that's what counted. So I was lucky enough to be right next door to somebody else, another artist. He does a lot of sketching, and then he takes his art and he puts it onto things, bags, notebooks, cups. It's pretty cool. And he was giving me some pointers on how to draw digitally. I also got a sticker from him, a platypus, because you know how I love platypuses, and this one is a sad little platypus. So I traded a painting for the platypus. So then came day 2. We were late. Stopped at a drive-thru, which of course, for some reason, is the slowest drive-thru in Saskatoon. So it took a while. We got there a little bit late, but luckily, so did most of the patrons. So even though my wife was freaking out, I was kind of relaxed. Then we got there and it was pretty slow. So I needed a painting to make. So since there's lots of D&D people around, I decided to make this painting, Dungeons and Dragons. Kind of a guy sitting there meditating, thinking about Dungeons and Dragons. All in all, people bought some weird things. They bought paintings I had had for 2 years, and not the popular ones like Nightmare Before Christmas and Wolves. It got me really confused. I didn't really know what was going on. And then the customs. On day 1, an old friend of my son's asked me to do something because he was a furry, so he asked me to do this wolf. And he showed me a picture on his phone. I saw the wolf and I thought, maybe, I don't know how much it's going to look like this, but he's a friend of my son, or was a friend of my son, so why the heck not? So I went at it. Did a black blob first, and then put in some colors. And I had to do a scenery for it, so I did this background of him just looking off at what was around. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you think I was successful. So then, day 2. And I was asked to do a commission. But the guy didn't know what he wanted to do. So he eventually came back after hemming and hawing for a while and said he wanted a wolf and a fox sleeping together under a full moon with trees kind of over them. I at first thought we were talking about a future commission, not something right then and there. But no, he was not. He was talking about me doing something right then, right there, right now. So, the encouragement of my wife, I decided I'll give it a try. He walked away, and I Googled. So I found this picture of a wolf and a fox sleeping together. Who knew they did that? There's actually quite a few on Google. Go ahead, take your time. Open up another page, Google it. All the foxes and wolves together. I first started doing one where the fox is on top of the wolf. But that wasn't exactly what he wanted. So I gave it a shot. I was painting for a little while. Bent over a table like this. Tried to do it. Realized how bad my back was. It had hurt me yesterday, the day before when I did that furry one. So I went to my box of tricks and things that you saw me carrying earlier. And I grabbed this guy. It's like a little foam knee pad. I got down on my knees. Down on my knees. And I painted with brushes. Different colors. Trying to get the right fur technique going for the fox. The fox I did first. And the fox I thought was pretty good. Face, I needed to go back to it. Then I did the wolf, and that turned out really good. And well, maybe now it's getting kind of look more like a lion to me. But in the end, the customer was happy. And that's what counts. So he was happy, and then his friend came and asked me to do a custom of a character that he did. And I did that. And he was happy. So all in all, it was a pretty good artistic day of painting. Maybe not financially great. Sales were not wonderful. But artistically, everyone was happy. To the end, you do it for them. Try to make them happy. So that, of course, got me thinking. If I'm doing it for them, trying to make them happy, and I'm not very happy at these trade shows, how do I find a medium in there somewhere? How do I find a way to make myself happy at trade shows and make people happy? Artistically, I need to keep stretching myself, keep getting myself better, keep working on what I can and can't do. I don't know if I'm going to find something that I can't do. There's lots I can do. Oh. How do I figure out what comes next? Let me just grab you for a sec. So I was also gifted this picture here, which is pretty cool. It was by an artist. He'd been watching me paint all day, so he came and said, "This is for you." Pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I should have gone and given him a painting as well, but I was busy, and then I just didn't. Because, you know, anxiety and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know where I'm at now. I'm going to think about these trade shows and whether or not I want to keep doing them. Because I barely made more than what it cost to go to it. If you put in the hotel and gas and food, I didn't make anything. Which is no fun. I could push for sales online. I could just keep trying to get better and seeing, maybe it's me, maybe it's the financial state in Saskatchewan, maybe it's a whole lot of things. I don't know. I enjoyed stuff. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed painting stuff. I enjoyed seeing the people. Now, this time I enjoyed actually talking to artists and learning a little bit more. And So I don't know where the fate is for me in trade shows and cons and such. I have a couple more booked ahead of time. I'm going to try and film at the cons because I'm really scared to do that kind of thing. Don't know why. Nervous, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. So stick to it for that. Thank you for being here. If you want to help me out, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, or you can like this video, please. You can visit me on Patreon. Help me go there. I'm going to have some fun stuff there as soon as I get some people in there. You can also visit my store. All the information is down in the description. Hope to see you guys again soon. I painted a bunch, and not all great ones, but the Stitch one did sell. Spider-Man was the first one I did. Didn't like it. Sold that one, which was a custom. And then I sold that one as well. And this one was a custom by a little girl who had a whole lot of dreams. Good for her. And then this one. Thanks for watching.